again, as we were talking about it, and we were talking about the result on cast as well, like, Thailand doesn't have an NPL.
Yep.
But if it keeps, like, if IDNS just wins this one, we're gonna just be very surprised because the competitive scene in Thailand is in a way less competitive than the other regions by far.
Yep.
Because we only saw the qualifiers for the MSC on Thailand, even though I Do Not Sleep went with a clean sweep.
Yes.
But it really, really feel like I Do Not Sleep is just showing a hell of a performance today.
I mean,
And
you know,
yesterday.
yeah, right. I mean, the professional league is there to, you know, to expand the exposure, to create brand awareness towards the game, and to the fans who want to turn an amateur game playing style into professional level. So that is one thing. It's like a, you know, like a school, like a university that you want to cultivate the culture of Mobile Legends in there. But unfortunately for Thailand, they still don't have that. And despite with that disadvantage, they still are in the game and still are around. So hoping, just hoping this, they can give a good fight against AETHER main, and it's a duel between these two types of playstyles. You want to go with a slower pace but high damaging output in a marksman meta, or you want to go with the fast aggressive playstyle, finish around early to mid game, AETHER main.
Yeah, and that is going to be a very interesting matchup because that means that if AETHER main just lose that winning condition of winning early, that means it's going to be on IDNS favor. Not favor, what do you call it? The flow. It's going to be on IDNS side. It's going to be on their flow. They're going to be taking control of the match when it comes over to 15 minutes if there is a marksman on this game today. But IDNS, I'm not entirely sure. It feels like AETHER main might want to ban out just carry out of the way and force them to pick Leslie, which is less strong on the late game. But we might see something interesting on this graphic soon enough.
Supposed to be like that. I mean, even though that they pick one marksman, that is kind of hard. That you say that KBC said that it will be in the late game, but in the early game they can also handle it. I mean, we already see that against the RRQ that time. Sorry, against Evos that time.
Correct.
Evos do a lot of aggressiveness towards four people for IDNS, but the IDNS is not like they can bear the damage from the Evos before, and we know the damage is not small, it's still quite big and quite annoying, but they can handle it. So I think even though that our AETHER main will do the aggressive in the early, I think they will handle it. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling for IDNS this time.
It's kind of depending on to AETHER main. AETHER main, they can be aggressive, yes they will. They can limit the kills of the main marksman if, let's say, Frenzy were to be playing, but at the mid to late game, if that were to happen, to stop that potential, you need to stop down the marksman. You need to put out a lot of deaths onto the marksman, disrupt the economy, and the rest of the team would fall down eventually. Because if you notice, the marksman is the only one carrying the team. The rest of them are just supporting, just initiating. No true damage coming out except for the marksman themselves.
But that is the exact problem. I Do Not Sleep plays in a very slow pace where you have 4 peelers for one guy. And you saw what happened with Evos the other day. We had that conversation as well when we were casting together, that when you have 4 peelers and you're trying to peel 4 off to get to the marksman will deal enough damage for you to lose that fight. But when you try to jump into the marksman, you have 4 peelers with a lot of CC. So that is an issue by itself. And Evos had no answer to lock that guy down. Say if there was like maybe a Saber, an Angela can still heal, a puppet on a string, there was Joe with the Way of the Dragon, so Saber could really just jump backwards again with the kick. And that is the exact issue with how IDNS plays. They have 4 tanky, 1 support style with 1 marksman, which is a hyper carry meta. Whereas AETHER main has been known to play it always under 15 minutes.
Yes. So there's gonna be a duel, you know, yin and yang, you know, different types of black and white. That's how they call it, the way. We'll have to see which team stands to their core playstyle. Like, you know, who stands the strongest in their core playstyle. You know, I believe that, if fast-paced aggressive is my thing, I have to be the best, the fastest aggressive player or team in this tournament. While for IDNS, they say that, okay, let's say if we were to take the meta again, the marksman meta, let's prove to them that we can play a very slow game. We can drag the game all the way to 40 minutes. I don't care. I'm going to let the casters suffer talking all the way because it's going to be a 40-minute or at least a 1-hour game. Let's say this were to happen. But then it's benefiting us. It's benefiting our team. It's benefiting our team chemistry, our composition. because in the end, we will win no matter what.
What interesting is, as we were talking about the playstyles, we would really agree that IDNS has this. They're the textbook long marksman hyper carry meta teams. They embody that idea. Whereas Iron Main is the other side of it, as you were saying, it's black and white. But if one team wins here, it only shows that the other meta works better. The only problem is we don't know which one works better because the game is only about to start. But that's interesting. If, say, IDNS wins, would you actually see more teams picking marksman in this tournament or no?
Wow, this is
That's a hard question.
that's actually a very good question.
Because it proves that it works against the aggressive playstyle everybody else is using, and AETHER Main just shows it so well. But if it works out, so
it'll be different. Yeah, that was a very good question, and I think I have a very good answer for you. You have seen that the previous seasons in the game, everybody is just going fast-paced gameplay style. And if not the fastest pace, the slowest game also, it will end around below 20 minutes. So everybody has that mindset. IDNS, one thing they know, or it's a lesson that we can take from them, is they have awakened from the meta. They say that, you know what, this is not the meta that we could keep on using because every single team is using the same meta and we kind of know what is the pros and the cons. So why not revive back a traditional meta but refine it? You know, the marksman meta is there to stay. They want it to stay. They make some adjustments, perhaps. You know, all the 4 other members, you just support me. Let me carry. Let me farm my very best, and I will carry this team up. As we can see, the graphics are out here. Digital Devils Professional Gaming going in as the top of the stages for Group A, as Asian Silent is second, Burmese Goals third, Aero Roxy, and Bigatron sharing the same placing, even though Bigatron is last because of the KDA difference.
Yes. And for the Group B right now, we see the AETHER with 2 points, with 2-0 win-lose, and also the Hierarchy in the second, the I Do Not Sleep Evos Esport, and also Fantasy Main over there have not win any matches.
Yeah, but no worries, they still got 2 more matches. Hopefully they are able to climb back. And going back to your question, this is where IDNS has awakened from this this meta, this mindset that, okay, you know what, fast to medium pace of game style with mages, assassins, or fighters, high damaging game, it won't be this long-lasting impact. There won't be a lasting impression. Let's try something different. And then we catch those opponents who are using the same fast-paced meta. They will be off guard and they will be like, wait a minute, how is this even working? I thought we already have perfected the art of fast to medium paced gameplay. And then like, no, wait, you are doing this again. So when they have no choice but to fall to the pressure of using the late game meta, which is the marksman meta, they don't have much experience, they don't have much exposure, perhaps they are still phased in that mindset, and they have to concede to such a great team like IDNS if they were to use this marksman meta.
Yeah, and that is actually a very interesting way of thought, because again, if you just look at it and say the long-standing, the hyper carry meta works out, we're gonna see a lot of changes coming to the MPL Season 2, which is gonna happen in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, and it's gonna be crazy when a lot of people are starting to pick more marksmen. Because honestly, we're looking at like 222 from RQ is actually a marksman main before. Then there was Elite 8 Ace, who actually moved to Chronic Esports in Indonesia as well. I'm pretty sure Fredo is also a marksman player. So we're gonna see a lot of that just getting revived back, and there's gonna be a lot of player changes because they're gonna try to conform to the meta. But I really like how IDNS is thinking. They're thinking ahead. They're thinking above the meta. They're trying to think, how do I counter this? How do I make something else work that nobody would ever realize?
If not, they are the meta setters.
There's the meta setters.
And for those who are out there, if you guys are watching us and you're listening to our discussion, who knows, you can take these pointers ahead. You can, play a 5-man team. You can run a marksman lineup, but then just to play safe, make sure your marksman is a very, very, very good player. He needs to macro and micro, whatever you call
macro and micro.
Manage the game.
Manage everyone. Because when so macro managing, it means that you're managing the lanes, even though you're just playing, and micro is basically just you're just managing the economy and yourself, your economy. Like, how are you farming? How are you getting the kills? That's called micro managing. But when you're like, oh hey, the bot lane is pushing, let's push top, that's macro. So like the rotations on the map, that's called macro. gaming. That's what the term usually is considered as. And I think that's one of the times we can interpret that term, because now the Mobile Legends scene is evolving so much that it gets even more complicated, and we can put more terms, more complicated terms into the meta, into the game that makes sense now. Because if you do it in MSC 2017, you're like, we're just trying to get the kills and getting the towers and win. There's no macro, there's no micro game.
Correct.
But right now, if you see a lot of the teams like what BTR just did with Aero, their macro game was so strong that you could actually go like, oh, they're actually playing with an objective in mind.
Yes.
You know, and that is actually how interesting MSC 2018 is, because it's showing up. You can see a lot of difference. You can see an evolution happening from 2017, 2018, and I'm really hoping for even more in 2019.
Yes, indeed. And Bello Jane, maybe you want to ask us, or let the share to the crowd or the fans out there, what's your favorite marksman hero if you were given a choice?
Oh, for who?
Anyone. For you.
For me, my favorite marksman also the Kari, because it's very good one with the minus armor, and also the passive one is just too crazy. But guys, the bad and peak phase is here already. Enderman versus the I Do Not Sleep. Another Hayabusa ban here.
And just to take note that Ether main will be on the blue side, so they will have first pick and first ban with second last picks as well. And I Do Not Sleep will be on the red side. So Grok, Hayabusa giving a lot of advantage. Even though Hayabusa had a bad game previously, he was really being picked off very often. But then again, he's still a threat to all the teams. Grok, no questions asked, he has to get out of here, as Fanny will be the second and last ban pick for Ether main. And I Do Not Sleep, they still have the last one, and they will stick with their Selena ban. I don't really have much confidence in Selena. I feel like you can actually let Selena go away, because Selena is not being that productive in our previous matches. What about your comments or opinions on this?
If I'm not mistaken, some of the either main player was interviewed yesterday, and he said his favorite hero for mage is Selena.
I think it's one of the reasons that, again, Selena, when Selena was played with the one time it was picked, it had an enemy Grok. You know, the God Grok. I feel like the only reason why Selena just kind of fell off was because Grok was picked on the enemy team. And you can't really see the full performance of Grok. But anyways, we just saw a Jawhead and a Cho.
Yep, and of course, Ether main going in with their Martyrs, the Ashura King. Looking back at here, they're going to hover to two heroes. I feel like a lot of initiation will come into I Do Not Sleep. Perhaps they would really want to have a primary tank if they want to win the the marksman meta. If not, they will play the game of fast-paced tempo, fast aggressive movements from here. You can see that Hellcat and Gushen will be locked down for Ether main. My goodness, there's a lot of damage coming in from these three heroes. A dual assassin and one fighter in here. A quick lockdown from IDNS, Bane and Angela. And I kind of love this setup from IDNS, but then again, what are you trying to build? You have the last member perhaps could be a mage or a marksman, because I'm not seeing any mages coming in here. They need some magic power. Angela is not enough, she's just a support coming in here. And Ether main will...
Lolita?
Wow.
This is the first Lolita if they lock it up. This
is interesting though. If they pick this Lolita, that means they're actually prepared for that last pick marksman.
Yes.
Lolita is a really good marksman counter.
Wow.
Shield.
They're going to go with Arkai and Lolita. This is your dual primary tanks for Ether main. And Ether main looking very, very strong. Now IDNS, what will be your answer? And also the Kagura. So no marksman meta, unfortunately.
I think because they picked Lolita there, so they're kind of just okay. That means they're already preparing for the marksman, so they're hoping that they will pay off by taking this Kagura. But again, honestly, let's talk about predictions. Who do you think is gonna win KBC Sensei?
I'm gonna choose Ether main because it's a very fast-paced lineup. They should go for it.
And 2 tanks is better. Aether mains.
Aether main, I think that's going to be a 3-0 Aether main. But before we go in tangents, Shoutcasters, are you guys ready? Manu Kamo and Sue Kurisaki, take it away.
Thank you so much, panel, for passing that beautifully to us. With me, Vienna Sukrizaki, I'm gonna be your Camo's co-caster right here. And we're very excited for our 4th match of the day.
I'm so excited. This is IDNS, the defending champions, going up against AETHER, one of the better looking teams. They are 2-0. They are the one of the 2 teams. They are still unbeaten. Will their record continue, or will this be IDNS putting their foot down? Remember, IDNS, they are 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss, whereas AETHER, they're 2-0. So IDNS really needs to win this.
That is very correct. Especially, we have seen I Do Not Sleep playing a beautiful carry there yesterday, fighting against Evos with the carrying
it. But this time, no marksman, maybe because like what Hachiman said, right?
Yes.
You with that shield, it's pretty hard to get a marksman because she can just put up the shield, block every projectile, so no auto attack can come in. I like the leader pick, but maybe it might come back and bite them because if you look at the lineup of IDNS, he can't really block anything except for gush and spells.
That is correct.
So that's something I want to look out for. It looks like AETHER, they're trying to farm out the jungle. Nothing surprising happening. Both teams playing really, really passive, farming their own jungles, not invading at all.
But for AETHER, they have a lot of damage dealer right there. But for I Do Not Sleep, they have a lot of war initiator like Cho and also Jawhead right there. He can already rush in, and with the Jikundo landing into 2 to 3 people would be good.
Yeah, Jikundo, they even have the Bane to just control this team fight. Jawhead with the Unstoppable Force, another way to just go into the back line. Meanwhile, if you look at AETHER's lineup, they have the same amount. The damage is insane. You have Martis and as well as Lolita. The CC is there. He tries to charge up the stun, but I don't think they have enough damage. They are just going to try and walk away here. Yep, a flicker gets forced out as well. Lolita feeling a little bit unsafe there.
She have to, because there's other teammates coming there from I Do Not Sleep.
Everyone is just going to back off. No real action happening just so yet. I think they just want their ultimate, right? They want their level 4s, you know. Lolita with the Nom Nom Blast, the ultimate is so impactful if you can land onto multiple members. Oh, I want to see those 5-man ultimates from Lolita.
Yeah.
I want to see those Akai just ramping it up. Interesting how these team fights will go.
Both of the team actually, when the combo is initiated correctly, they could land pretty beautifully. Yeah. It's almost like a sequence.
Exactly. Looks like Turtle might be the contest here, but Yelly Haze on that Akai already has level 4, has the Hurricane Dance unlocked, so that's a big team fight nuance, right? Team fight impact that they need to look out for.
And now AETHER and also I Do Not Sleep is going to circle around the pit, the turtle pit, trying to find position for an upcoming war right there. 4 people right now at the turtle pit, trying to initiate turtle now.
Yep, they are going to turtle, but they have Kagura. Remember, the team fight is strong. Meanwhile, Cho is there. He just get locked up by the Mortal Coil, but he does get the ultimate there from the Angela. They are trying to burst him down, but he's just way too tacky. They will get the first blood. Now, here comes Kagura, the umbrella, linking it up onto the Hauka. Number no boss lands on the 2 members of IDNS, and now they are going to clean things up on the side from AETHER. Gushin picks up another kill. Now it's too little too late. The Akai Hurricane Dance locks Bane down. This is going to be a team fight maybe. IDNS Jawhead doing what he can. ISOID doing it, but can he do what? There goes the Source Spike. There goes the Swipe. 5 members to 2. And now the fight went on so long that the Cho actually revived and he's back in the fight. I think they're going to back off. But AETHER coming up big, winning that fight 5-2.
That is absolutely beautiful. 2k gold difference there because of the 5 skill right then and there. Such beautiful, especially when it's only starting almost 4 minutes in. But there's no turtle contest at the moment. It's just more of a bait. Yeah,
there was a turtle contest for like 1 second, and then Aero was like, you know what, let's just fight each other instead. Yeah, I like your point, right? Nowadays, teams don't really prioritize turtle that much. They just want the force team to fight because they know they can't get it for free. And if you look in the team fight, MZ Mick, right? He was on that show. He tried to engage, but he got caught out instead.
But probably they're going to try the similar tactic again, maybe from I Do Not Sleep or AETHER again. But leaving all of the lanes empty, especially for I Do Not Sleep just now, losing member there is not a good choice as they are losing gold as well.
Yeah, that is true. That was just horrible here, but here comes SOD. He's gonna get trapped up. He's gonna get locked up. Angela uses the hard card. It's gonna be enough to save it. Can this be the turnaround? The puppet on the stick is on Yelly Haze. They can't go, but the Numenor blast flies onto the tree. It lands onto everyone. Now, Way of Dragon knocks onto the UG. This fight is going topsy-turvy. It can go anyway. The stop fight doesn't land. Puppet on the stick will lock down the Gushers. He will go down. Coco is here though. What can he do on this Helker? He's doing what he can. Everyone is just fighting left, right, and center. Here comes Bane. After all that, it's a 2-for-2 exchange.
And at the meantime, Martis actually managed to snatch up one turret out of I do not sleep.
Oh, Pain needs to be careful. He's stuck in a Thai sandwich, but looks like he will flicker away. Yeah, he will be safe there. He does have the Usher Aura, so he can just blink out left, right, and center, and he is safe after that.
And what we can see here, either main is prepping up a lot of equipment to make Athena shell, trying to counter Kagura, Angela, and also Bane at the same time.
Yep, looks like now Turtle finally gets started. UG on that Gushin thinks that, you know, this is a good time, and it looks like it is a good time because everyone on the side of IDNS is scattered all around the map. This could be a huge advantage going over to mid. They have slain the Turtle. They will go onto the fight as well. Mortal Coil locks up the Bane, but looks like he will just walk away there, no problems whatsoever. But look at the goal lead too. 6 minutes in, it is already 2,000.
That is quite far, especially right now. Lord is going to be resurrected with 100 seconds.
Yep.
And any time, you know, either main or I do not sleep can contest for it, trying to dance around the pit and initiate the war as what happened just now in the turtle pit.
Yep. Now I like this from Aether main. You know, even the panelists said it. They are the ones that are looking good in this tournament. Once again, Archive locks them up. Hurricane Dance. He gets used, but there's just no damage. Numenor Blast lands on the 2, but now they will get converged on instead. Mortal lands on the 3 members already, and there goes the ultimate. Look at the ultimate coming in from the Destiny mains left, right, and center. Gushin picks up 1 kill for himself as well. Bane's ultimate is not doing anything whatsoever. Now, here comes Kagura with the turnaround. IZY doing what he can to keep his team alive, to keep his dreams alive. And after all that, it will be a 2-for-1 exchange. But look at the top lane. Coco is pushing that top turret, and he will take it as well.
With that war, it provided a lot of distraction for either main, and Hawker managed to snatch up 2 turrets right there, tier 1 and also tier 2 from I do not sleep top lane.
Yep, you can see here Gushin playing a big role. Every fight, he's doing so much damage, as well as a Lolita, right? Every time I see him use his ultimate, he lands at least onto 3 people, and that just helps them win the team fight so easily.
And they're keeping up with the objective, clearing out a lot of minion, proxy mine farming as well, so it wouldn't reach all the way to their base.
Yeah, they're trying to defend every single turret that they have. If you look on the map, IDNS has only gotten 1 turret, and that's the middle one. Meanwhile, Aethermain is doing what they can to try and protect everything. Coco is hiding in this top rush because he's trying to find a pick, trying to find an opening for himself. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is kind of scattered around this middle lane here. Oh, Archive forced to use a Hurricane Dance. Should be able to walk away. The Jikundo does knock up Yelly Haze, but he's a tank. It's kind of hard to pick him up. Meanwhile, Mortal Coil onto the Usher Aura. Looks like, you know, Aethermain is just, they're trying to find for pickups. They're trying to look for a way to go in. Same goes to IDNS. So now there goes the lockup. Mortal Coil lands onto 2. Will this be the fight that they want? Meanwhile, Coco is actually doing Lord. He's trying to sneak things away. This is just a distraction. They want Lord, but this could be a huge turnaround coming in on the side of IDNS because they pick up the Martins. Can they pick up anything more? They are winning this fight. They are doing so much damage. There goes the smart missiles. Remo just staying alive. Grab the skin of his team, but Gushin turns it around. UG is here to play, and he wants blood. Can he do anything about it? Kagura does pick up the Archive though. Remo is so low. Talcott finally joins the fight. Kagura picks up the Gushin as well. A double kill outside of Kagura, but Gushin returns the favor. Lord was actually taken away by Coco, and after all that, Aethermain does take it. Is the 4-for-4 exchange, but Aethermain at least takes out Lord. Coco is out hunting, but he will not be able to find anything whatsoever, and he's just gonna farm the River Crab and try to push out the lane.
Actually, Lolita was so distracting, so it wasn't quite wise for Miziming to chase him down and leaving the war. But it was still happening.
Yeah, the fight was all over the place. Suddenly Cho and Lolita was on the bottom side, and then the rest was on the top side. Even our cameraman didn't know what to do. You couldn't see. Meanwhile, though, Coco, he's trying to get for it. Way of Dragon is there, but he's just trying to delay. Dark Knight Fall gets popped by Coco. He wants to turn onto this. Oh, the Daily Poison Stinger doesn't actually land. That's a lot of DPS missed, and yep, he will not be able to get that kill on the Cho.
A lot of, so right now, either main is quite free. They are invading I do not sleep jungle there, no protection whatsoever. They are not trying so hard to defend their own base. There's only tier 1, tier 3 turret right now between I do not sleep and Aether's main win.
Aether main is playing phenomenally. They are controlling the map, doing the right plays, picking up the correct team fights, and they're doing whatever they can. I think with this win, they will secure themselves a spot into the semifinals because they will be 3-0.
That is correct. And now, I do not sleep have to win this or try to compete to even qualify for the semifinals.
Yeah,
later.
because this loss will put them at 1 and 2, so they need to hang on. We've seen this before IDNS. Yesterday, it was the same case. It was backs against their wall against Evos Esports, but at least they had a carry that last game. This time, there's no marksman. They have no chance. They just have to win through sheer will and teamwork.
And now they're only had so much space to roam around their own base. They can't even farm anymore. They're quite lagging behind compared to Aether's main's level right now. The lowest is 10. Meanwhile, Angela is struggling, and also Cho was struggling to even level up to 10.
Yeah, if you look, Coco is already level 15, while the highest level on the side of IDNS is level 11. Oh, they might go for a fight here. They want to dive on this, and Archive just pushing back the ODW. Can they go in? They'll pick up a kill, but they got the draw in. Can they get the Angela as well? Looks like he does flicker in time. This is a 4v5. This could be the momentum that they want. Oh, Cho might be going a little bit more than he can shoot. Yelly Haze uses a 1000-pounder just to scare them away, but now they have a 1-minute advantage. 20 seconds on that jaw hit. What will they do from this?
They're quite separated now. Everyone from IDNS is quite scattered around, trying to protect the last.
Oh my god, the flicker comes in, the Shadow Blade slaughter, but Coco, he might have been a little bit too deep, and he pays for it with his life. We've seen this before. This looks like a replay tape because IDNS just beggaring a defense, making sure they don't go down without a fight.
And now 40 seconds away from Lord. Maybe Aether may miss this final Lord to push all the way to the tier 2.
Oh my god, the CC lock is real and the damage is there. They take out everything. Joe will go down, but now there goes the bottle coin. It lands on the tree, but there's just no follow-up. And guess what? IDNS is the one that's winning this fight. Diddly Cat doing so much damage. They are going for it. They want more. Gushun is there. Spots up the Shadow Blade Slaughter, picks up a kill for himself. But this is the defense. It is a 3-for-2 exchange in favor of IDNS.
Right now, from both teams, they already had 4 to 5 final items there, almost completing their final build here. Anything could happen between Aether main and also I do not sleep. So we're gonna witness some
everything can happen, even a pause can happen, right?
A pause.
I bet you didn't expect a pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's calm down, Sue. Okay, I can see you're a little bit tense. I'm a bit tense as well. Just relax. Let's talk about the game. IDNS, yes, they were looking pretty weak in the early game. It was all Aether main, they were doing all the right moves. But look at that, those previous 2 team fights, they are doing it. They are doing what they did against Evos Esports. They lost the early game, but they're saying, hey, we're confident in our team fight. We can bring it back in the mid game.
And leading to the late game later. Right now we're still at minute 13. Anything can still happen, but the cooldown and everything else, and also the final build is coming together here for both teams. Anything could happen. As you said, Evos and IDNS, they were carried by carry. Yeah,
but there's no carry, there's no marksman. But I want to ask you, right? If it's like, 20 minutes, this game drags on to forever and they cannot end, and everyone gets their full items, who do you think will win in the 5v5 team fight? Would it be IDNS or would it be Aether main?
With the correct sequence and also landing all of the ulti with Marty's skill and also Lolita's, most of the time she was hitting 2 to 3 heroes at the same time. So it's looking better for either main, but I'm not quite sure. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen, and that is true. I feel like that's just what happens in MSC, right? Anything can happen. We've seen upsets, we've seen stomps, we've seen picks that we didn't even think that we'll see, and this is what's happening.
And it's quite refreshing seeing new heroes that wasn't played before, like Lolita, and also
in the last game there was a Johnson as well. So a lot of these picks you can see in day 2, right? Teams are starting to pick out all these off-meta picks, or not so common picks, because they want to catch teams out. And so far it's been working for AETHER main. The Lolita has been a good pick. Good ultis, good pickouts with the ultimate. So far I haven't really seen her shield being used that much, but she doesn't really need it because her CC is so much.
That's true, and especially when you're looking at IDNS lineup, most of their heroes is actually range attack. So Lolita can actually counter with the shield, but most of the time we are not seeing a lot of shield.
It's just always the ulti, right? You just want to see the ulti, but so far the ultimate has been enormous in team fights, landing, like you said, 2 to 3 members, and that's what's helping them win the fights.
And we're still gonna wait for the match to unpause. A little bit of technical difficulties.
We're not really sure on which side. It looks like from our screen that everyone is kind of okay to play, because no one is talking to a marshal or anything like that. So hopefully it starts relatively soon. Maybe it's just a small pause, because it didn't seem like it affected the game at all, right? Unless it was some technical error that maybe they can't hear themselves or something like that. This is MSC. You want to make sure you have everything at your disposal. Now, no problems at anything that they can play as well as they can.
You want everything to come into your favor, trying to win this and potentially winning the. We have a total prize pool of 144,000.
Yes, and the first place gets themselves 40K.
That's a lot of money.
And actually, we want to talk about this, right? If you win one game in the group stages, which is like today, right? You get 2,000 USD just by winning one game. So, like you see, DD Pro Gaming, they've won 2 games already. So that means they'll at least walk home with 4,000 USD. Doesn't matter if they finish last or anything like that, just 4,000 USD.
Because you're like representing your country. That's already a win by itself. Because to even qualify for MSC, you have to go through stages of MPL
or the MSC qualifiers.
Yeah, which is already tough at first. So wherever you are watching us, maybe you are in G-Expo right now, or even outside Jakarta, you can always watch us on Mobile Legends Bang Bang Facebook page. We are only casting it here as the original, the OG. So check us out there, and also shout out to everyone who is watching at EGG Network and also Compass TV.
Shout out to everyone. But guess what? We are back into the game. Okay, I'll need to pace myself again because I kind of forgot what happened. Let's see. Let's take a rain check, right? 13 minutes in the game. 17 to 12 is the kill score. 10K goal lead over to AETHER main. Once again, IDNS leaving themselves a huge mountain to climb.
And now AETHER main is trying to scout out the area of Lord here. Maybe they're trying to bait IDNS out, so they will commence a war here.
This is exactly what you're saying. You can see Lolita, he's hiding onto it. Used as just a charge. Will he stun onto anyone? You can see the crowd is getting pretty hype onto this, because this is a big match. It's AETHER main, one of the strongest teams so far, going up against IDNS, the defending champions of MSC, looking weak, looking vulnerable. Oh, Flicker does get forced there. You can see Hellkurt soloing the Lord one more time, even though you can't see it on your screen. He's doing it alone, and he can do it because he has so much lifesteal. But Cho making his way down. He might try to attempt for a steal for it, and the bane is that Cho one-on-one against the Hellkurt. I think Hellkurt wins most of the time, but here comes the Angela, here comes the Cavalry. Dark Knight fast gets forward, here comes IC1, they pick up Hellkurt, they pick up Hellkurt. That's a big pick. Now what can IDNS do? Marcus picks up the Cho, 1-for-1 exchange. There goes the Daily Catch, doing so much, but Lord is solo. Who will he go to? It will go to AETHER main, and looks like this fight will go to AETHER main as well. Martin picking up another one, onto the Kagura, onto the Jawhead. No way, no escape for IDNS, and Yuji lands the sword spike, lands the stun, but the tether is there. I think this Angela will survive. But that doesn't really matter. They can push anything on the side of AETHER main.
And now Lord is coming on the top lane. Everyone right now already got their full foil by now. tier 3 top lane is down
Oh,
now.
Angela gets stunned up. He's just getting toyed around. IDNS just getting played with right now. They're doing what they can, but the Nexus is exposed. And AETHER main, they just want to win this game. They get the middle inhibitor turret as well. Looks like they're playing it safe. They're gonna make sure that they win it instead of just throwing it away. They are gonna recall back, but they have the Lord in the top lane as well.
And it's going to provide a lot of distraction for them. And also either main can finally push the last remaining turret for IDNS.
Yep, they have one more, and there goes the charge. Dark Knight Force. What will Coco do? He's going straight to the back line, silencing in. Everyone is focusing on Numinant Blast. Lands onto the one, but that doesn't really matter. This fight doesn't matter because the only thing that matters is that Nexus is breaking. And there goes the game over to AETHER main, and they qualify. I think they secure. I hope the panelists can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they qualified to the semifinals because they have a 3-0 record, while IDNS falls to 1-2.
Congratulations to either main for winning their third match out of 3 matches, since yesterday they have been proving themselves being sort of like an underdog.
Yeah.
No one is fairly a new team from the Philippines here, entering into the Jakarta.
Yeah, coming in MSC hot. Everyone, we were talking to even the Indonesian casters, right? They were saying, you know what? Maybe the Philippines team, they will win a game or two, maybe just an upset, one or two games, but they are showing